I wanted to be working more and I wanted to have more control over the stuff I was doing. So the filmmakers that I really liked, I said to them, let me know if you need help on anything. So I started to PA. I did some set photography, assistant directing, and then eventually producing was the thing that I started to do a lot of. And it was really helpful because I learned what everyone on set does, and I learned to appreciate every single job and the chain of command of moving up to the director. But yeah, I love the collaboration on set, problem solving together, and I was really happy to be behind the camera. But the thing that really propelled me with Gold Star in particular was my father's stroke. All of a sudden, I realized that this want of eventually wanting to write and direct a feature, what was I waiting for? So I think going through something of losing my dad eventually, him passing and the stroke, all of that year woke me up to realize what am I so afraid of? I went through something awful. If I went through that and I'm okay, why not take a huge risk and just start making stuff and make a film? So I think it just became, it was a few years before Gold Star and that point of my dad's stroke of being behind the camera to lead to that realization of taking that huge risk. But yeah, it's funny how awful things can make you realize can lead to really great things too, I think.
But through your dad's illness, you were writing
at
the time, so that was, I guess, in a way therapeutic as well as. Did you see it at that point? Did you see it taking shape as a film, the story? Your own story?
Yeah, I actually wrote, so I always knew I wanted to make a film about my relationship with my father in some way. So right when I graduated school, I started writing a screenplay about a road trip movie with a character like myself and an older father. And I got frustrated, thought, I'm never going to make this, and put it in a drawer. And then when my dad had the stroke, I pulled it back out and I started to work on that. And then I realized this isn't truthful. I'm not connecting to this. I need to just kind of write what I'm going through. And it always was, at that point, I knew I'm going to make this film. It was always, I'm going to make this film when I pulled that script back out and made the decision to make it more about what I was going through. And I think for me, it was a control thing. It was like, I have no control over what's going on with my dad, but I can do something that I feel control over, and I can tell this story in any way I want. And I had no ability to work on films really in any other way. I couldn't act. I was really living out of a suitcase between New York and Connecticut, running home a lot. So I felt really trapped in many ways because of my dad's sickness. So writing was the only real creative outlet that I had at that time for that year, really.
Were you talking to anybody at the time as you were in the process of journaling or however the film was taking shape in your mind?
Yeah, it was pretty immediately alternating between journaling and free writing and a script format. And I would send it to all of these filmmakers that I knew and trusted and say, can you take a look at this? Let me know what you think. I was working with a script consultant, Simona Atias, who I was connected to through a friend, who really helped me with, structure and how, fixing the little things in screenplays that I overlooked. But yeah, early on I was involving a lot of people and telling people I was going to do this, which held me responsible, because once you tell people you're going to do something, you feel like, oh no, now I have to do it. And through that is how I met my producers, and just talking about it with people and saying, I can't be the only one. I need a team.